The following is a review for the next math test. I just wanted to take you through it real quick. This has been sent home, hopefully, for any future viewers of this video, but at least for this year, it has come home. And it has been completed in class with all students. So this is an example of a table that we've done in our workbooks and has possibly come home in other home connections. We're going to list factors, all factors. We're going to list two multiples of the number and write whether it's P for prime or C for composite. We do a lot of factor pairs with maybe rainbow writing, and all the students, we've talked about how the easiest factor pair to identify is 1 and the number itself. And if you do like the rainbow style that I enjoy, you know, just because it's visual and you get to connect the dots, 1 times 9 is 19. There are no other ways to multiply whole numbers to get 19. So there's only one rainbow, and the students know that 1 means it is prime, okay? Now, multiples of the number 19 would be like 19 times 1, 19 times 2, 19 times 3, 19 times 4. Students can list any two multiples, but I always suggest the easiest ones, which would be like 19 times 1, it's 19. 19 times 2, 38. Okay, so these two numbers here are multiples of 19. And you could do any other numbers, right? One thing we talked about in class is that there are few factors, but there are many multiples, right? This goes on to infinity, right? You could take 19 times any number and get a multiple of 19. Now, if we look at 25, once again, 1 and the number. If you multiply 1 times the number, you get the easiest factor pair. Alternatively, if you do some calculating, you find out that 5 times 5 also gives you 25. Now, I have 2 bits to my rainbow. This is no longer a prime number. It is C for composite, okay? Now, multiples of 25, if you wanted to be clever or have some fun, maybe you want to do like 25 times 2 to start, because you're good with your 25s. That gives you 50. Maybe you want to do 25 times 4, 100. Either of those are acceptable multiples of 25, okay? Once again, there might be few factors, right? But there are many multiples, okay? If you have more than 2 factors, okay, you're going to have composite. Only 2 factors, prime, okay? Write a prime number. Why is it prime? Well, I could say 13 is a prime number. 13 is prime because it only has 2 factors. You could also say it only has 1 factor pair. Either is fine, totally fine. But you just have to know what you're saying. 2 factors. Why is 19 prime? Because you can only take 1 times 19. 1 and 19 are your factors. Why is 13 prime? Because you can only take 1 times 13. That's the only way to multiply to get 13. Okay? Write a composite number. Why is it? Well, let's check it out this way. 16. Okay? It has more than 2 factors. Okay? And in fact, if you did your rainbow writing, right, or your rainbow factors, you would know that you have 1 and 16, you have 2 and 8, you have 4 and 4, and you could draw a line between every single one, just to show your multiplication, right? You could also say it has more than 1 factor pair. But as long as you say that it has more than 2 factors, then you are golden, because this has 1, 2, 4, 8, and 16. Okay? As we look at an equation, you might have to ask yourselves what it can mean. Now, in class we talked about process of elimination. 3 times 9 equals 27. It could also mean one of these. 3 folders and 7 folders together is 27 folders. Well, actually, 3 plus 7 is not 27. That ain't gonna work. If you take 3 erasers divided into 9 groups, is that 27 erasers? Well, if I take, let's say they're circle erasers, and I divide them into 9 groups, oh my goodness, that means I have to cut each one of these erasers into 3 pieces. So each of those 9 groups is going to get one little piece of eraser. No, that doesn't quite make sense. 27 crayons are 3 times the 9 crayons at the table. So my 27 crayons are 3 times the 9 crayons. 3 times the 9 crayons. 27 equals 3 times 9? Oh, that looks a lot like this here. So we're going to say, yeah, I think maybe we like that one. But you always want to look at all the options. The difference, 3 binders and 9 markers is 27. The difference, 3 binders minus 9 markers is 27. No, that's not going to work. So we are going to say that this is the one that we like the most. Okay? So sometimes you want to draw them. Sometimes you want to write the equations. You want to maybe underline the things that help you figure out what you're doing. Difference would be adding together, or subtracting, right? Use the words as tools to help you solve. Okay. Question 5. Callie picked 10 tomatoes. That's 2 times as many as Ken. How many tomatoes did Ken pick? Well, Callie has twice as many, and she has 10. And you could do it however you wanted. You could, if you wanted to mark it down, maybe you could do your chicken scratch, your tally marks. That's what Callie picked, 10 tomatoes. This is 2 times as many as Ken. That means Ken has half as much. So he only has half as much. So how many does he have? Well, Ken has 5 tomatoes, right? So which one of these is going to give us that answer? Is 10 times 2 5? No, that's not right. Is 10 the same as 2 times 5? Yeah, kind of like that one. Is 10 divided by 5 2? Well, actually, yes it is. So maybe I kind of like that one too. Is 10 minus 2 5? No, definitely not. Now, out of these choices, I would prefer this one, because if we take Ken's 5 tomatoes, get rid of that T and call it a 5, then yes, Callie has twice as many as Ken, which is 10. Okay, that's going to be your better choice. However, you're going to get the same answer no matter what. So either of those will be acceptable. Okay. Write and solve a multiplication equation for each. Okay, so Lindsay is 30 years old. Her grandpa is 3 times older than her. So she's 30. He is 3 times older. We're going to get 90 years old. Okay, don't forget to label it. Mojo bought dog food and a new toy. The food cost 4 times as much as the toy, and the toy is $7. So the toy is $7. The food costs 4 times as much. 7 times 4 is 28. And you can label it dollars. Wayne bought a movie and a gift card. The gift card was $48 and the movie was $8. Ooh, you can't show. Yeah, sorry, you couldn't see the problem. Wayne bought a movie and a gift card. The gift card was $48. The movie was $8. How many times more than the movie was the gift card? So yeah, the gift card definitely was more, but how many times more? So 8 times what is 48? Well, if you remember your rhymes, 6 times 8 is 48. So 8 times 6 is 48. Now, if you wanted to, you could take 48, divide it by 8, and get 6. You still get the same answer. 6 is the missing number. 6 is the missing number. But it says how many times more? 6 times more. Okay, if you fill in the B tanks, or the blanks, then we know that 1 times 9 is 9. 2 times 9 is 18. What times 9 is 45? By the way, you can pause this video anytime you want to if you want to try to work this out on your own. Well, 5 times 9 is 45. Okay. What times 9 is 90? Well, 10 times 9 is 90. 9 times 9 is, what's missing? 81. Be careful. This doesn't go in perfect order, does it? This goes 1, 2, 5, 10, 9. Tricky, tricky. Okay. Dimensions. Here we go. I have 7 times something is 42. If you count by 7s, what do you get? I'm going to do tally marks here. 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42. So I need 6 here. 6 times 7 is 42. 6 times what is 66? The famous 11. 11 times 6 is 66. Okay? Getting close to being done here. 8 crayons in a box. We have 5 boxes. We need twice as many for all 4th graders. How many boxes do we need? I don't even need to know how many crayons are in a box. I just need to know there's 5 boxes and we need twice as many. 5 boxes, twice as many. So we're going to need 10 boxes. Okay. Jack saw 3 rows of colored pencils in a box of 27. So 3 rows. I'm going to draw 1, 2, 3 rows. That's just for my brain. Box of 27. So there's 27 in this whole box, but it's split into 3 rows. How many colored pencils are in each row? Well, you could divide 27 by 3 to get your answer. Or you could say 3 rows times what equals 27. Either way, this missing number is going to be the same. If you divide 27 by 3, it's the same as taking 3 times that number. If hopefully you found out that 9 was your missing number. Okay? Oh, by the way, should have probably put it down there. My bad. Last page, check this out. Team Blue, oh, better write this down. Team Blue has 4 players, okay, and 2 shields per player. So I have 8 shields for that team. Team Green, better write this down, also has 4 players, but they have 4 shields per player. So they're going to have 16 shields. Okay? Because I took 4 times 2 to get 8, 4 times 4 to get 16. The ref collected all the shields. So if you add 8 plus 16, you get 24. And divided the shields equally. Well, how many players do I have? 4 on Team Blue, 4 on Team Green. So I have 8 players, okay, and 24 shields. How many do each get? A couple ways I could do this. I could say, I'm going to move down, 8 times what is 24? Or I could say I have 24 shields. I'm going to divide that by our 8 players. Excuse me, wrote that wrong. And then I get the missing number. So if I take 8 times 3, I get 24. If I divide 24 by 8, I also get 3. So the answer is each person is going to get 3 shields. Okay, last but not least, which equation represents the problem? Oh my goodness, the problem that we just did up here. So we're going to definitely look for a 2 times 4, a 4 times 4, and then we did some division, so let's see if we can figure it out. 4 times 2, that's Team Blue. 4 times 4, that's Team Green. Times 8. Now we didn't take it times 8, we divided by 8, so it can't be this one. 4 times 2, 4 times 4. Oh, that's all they did, and then they combined them. Well, that's not going to work either, because we're looking for this, right? Something like that, okay? 4 plus 2 plus 4 plus 4. I don't even know what that means. Don't even know what that means. But if I wasn't sure, I could check this in. So here's Team Blue, here's Team Green. We multiplied, we combined everything all together. We divided it by 8 to get the number of shields. I think that's what it is. But if I was unsure, I could do all the workings, couldn't I? 4 times 2 is what? 8. 4 times 4 is 16. If you add them together, you get 24, and then it says to divide it by 8, you get 3. Yeah, that's exactly what we got, was 3 for our answer, and that is our solution. Kind of a big one because it's multi-step, but it's good brain power working on there. Okay, hope you do well on your math test. Let me know if you have questions. Come see me. Bye.